Where are you from?
I'm from the U.S., America.
Wow. So when you come to Taiwan, Asia, how do you feel about the cultural difference between U.S. and Taiwan?
Actually, I was a little nervous at first. I thought I was definitely a little nervous, but all of my teachers from the U.S. they assured me that Taiwan was a super friendly place and I shouldn't worry too much. I still feel like there's a little bit of a cultural shock for me just because I'm African American, and so when I'm on the MRT or traveling somewhere, I might see people staring sometimes. It's just because there's not a lot of diversity. So it's a little weird, but it's okay.
Also, maybe in US, maybe as a black, how do you feel? Maybe in Asia, do you feel it's safer compared to in US? Maybe because sometimes on news we will see so many racial racist and news in US.
I feel safer.
Or do you feel maybe Asian people treat you more friendly, something like that?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I feel more safe here, just because I am a foreigner in a different country, and so if I wasn't learning Chinese, I think it would be really hard to navigate a little bit. Not that much, because a lot of Chinese people do speak English, but I still think it would be hard to navigate, just because if a serious issue were to happen, I would have to go and make a report, and I don't know how the legal system works here. And so it's a little it's a little weird, but there are safety laws here in Taiwan, and so I think that gives you a sense of safety, I feel like. Yeah, but I grew up in the U.S., and so I think it's a little bit more easier to navigate, even though there might be biases and racism still. I feel like a lot of people might have biases and stereotypes. I even feel in Taiwan there are still a little. So it's always a little awkward for me.
So as an American, what did you learn from coming to Asia?
You said, how did I learn?
What did you learn from coming? The culture is so different between Western and Eastern.
Yeah.
So what did you learn from?
For example, if you go out to eat with your friends or your teachers, your tutors, there's always a semblance of respect. There's a ladder, and so you're gonna give them your respect, and in return they're gonna give you respect as well. I feel like that's a little bit different here. I feel like there's
or maybe in Asia, students they will bow to their teacher.
Yeah, there's there's respect there. Thank you so much for helping me, and I want to show you this and
show your appreciation.
Yeah, show my appreciation for what you've done for me. And the U.S. is kind of not like that, actually. I think that we still I don't know. I feel for Taiwanese people, they respect all of their teachers and stuff like that. But in the U.S., you can pick and choose who you want to respect.
But what if Asian people they maybe live or study in U.S.? How can they show their appreciation to their supervisor, elders, teachers?
Yeah, so in the U.S. you don't have to bow, but you can buy a small gift, or write a hand note. I've been learning a lot in my tutoring classes. Taiwanese people, they use a lot of they write a lot of different cards and stuff, have different formats for it. I feel in the U.S. you can do the same. So if you want to show your appreciation for your coworker or your boss or your teacher, you can just write a small note or give them a card, a thank you card, or you could just give them small little trinkets oh, thank you so much for helping me, here's some chocolate.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
And I also curious about maybe as a American or Western, how is the dating culture looks like? Or have you
I've noticed differences. I haven't experienced personally, because I still think there's a bit of a barrier. Actually, I don't know. Like, okay, the dating atmosphere here in Taiwan is different than the one in US. Cause like everywhere I walk, everywhere I go, like if I go out to like different places, I see like couples. They're like always very handsy, want to touch, and I don't think I see that much in the US.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like
But I
feel
saw
like
PDA is so popular. So
I feel like okay,
in US,
like yeah, you might see them kissing, but you want to see like small notions of affection, like like I feel like Asians or Chinese people, they just really want to like touch you just because like you bring a sense of comfort to me, or they like pat your head, or like I feel like in the US you won't see them like doing that, or they like I don't know. It's the little things I feel like, because on like the MRT stations they might like give their chair to their girlfriend, like, oh, you can sit down, I'll stand in front of you and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you really see that type of chivalry in the US anymore, but I mean I think it just really depends where you are, but I feel like the sphere here in Taiwan is very active. There are a lot of couples around.
oh really? You think so?
You don't think so?
I thought it's more passive.
I feel like I've seen like so many couples here. Like I see them everywhere, and I'm like, oh.
So if one day you are going to date an Asian guy, what would you expect them to do?
Oh, jeez. I decide like if I'm gonna date someone or not is I have to know that you don't just see me as a black girl, right? Like you're like if you do see me as a black girl, you respect me as a black girl. Like you don't have all these biases and stereotypes about black culture. Don't come up to me and be like, I bet you know how to play basketball, right? Don't black people know how to play basketball or stuff like that? Like I feel like that might not be the best. I do realize that it's more of not necessarily disrespect. It could be more so from ignorance. But if I were to date an Asian guy, and I would, but I don't think he would really have to do anything in particular. I just think he just have to be interested in dating a black person, and I don't really think I don't think that's like happening too much yet.
Yes.
So yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from America.
How do you feel about Asia when you come to here?
I feel like being here is very welcoming, especially people here in Taiwan. They welcome you a lot. But also being here, it's like as a black woman, it is a little hard because I am black and I don't see a lot of black people here because this is Asia, of course, and it's not America. So there's not much diversity. And people here have not, like some people may not have been to America before, so they don't see like people as dark as me. So sometimes I'll see little kids just like staring at me, or older people just like staring at me.